For our nation. For each other. For us all. The few. The proud. The fabulous!
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. I know what you all say about people who join the Navy. And, well, I guess you're right now, because the Navy has hired drag queens to be recruitment officials. Look at this. I thought this was a joke when I first saw it. I used to work for the Daily Caller. I'm like, they don't publish fake news. But still, what? U.S. Navy hires drag queen influencers to attract a wide range of new troops as recruitment plummets. Meet the new face of the Navy.
Fabulous faces, it's your girl, Harvey Daniels.
I'm SAD, and SAD stands for successful and dangerous, smart and dedicated, sassy and dramatic, strong and determined, spicy and delicious.
My God, we're gonna lose a major war to China. We're gonna lose it. It's gonna. My kids are gonna have to start speaking Mandarin. This really sucks. This really sucks. I don't even like Chinese food. Can the Italians take us over, please? The U.S. Navy hired a non-binary drag queen as a digital ambassador to try and recruit people. Let's watch. Here you go. Oh, there they are in uniform. Well, oh my. Okay. So this is from Libs of TikTok. This tweet has done numbers. I thought that this was a joke. Performs under Harpy Daniels. I thought we were joking about this. There you go. Serving as the squadron's administrative supervisor. So this is a supervisor in our military. This person's in charge. You're in charge. You could sign up for the military and be put. You could sign up for the military, and this person would be in charge of you in wartime. Yeah, the only people that you're inspiring is people to leave the military as soon as possible. I can't believe that I fought for this bull. Says Navy SEAL who killed bin Laden. Did he blast Pentagon for drag queen gimmick? Couple of things here. One, Rob O'Neill is a total badass. Two, Rob O'Neill was part of the Navy SEALs. Navy SEALs is arguably one of the most elite forces known to mankind. They are a subsection of the Navy, as implied in their namesake. And Robert O'Neill hopped on Twitter.com to say this. All right, U.S. Navy is now using an enlisted sailor drag queen as a recruiter. I'm done. China's going to destroy us. You got this, Navy. I cannot believe I fought for this bullshit, says Rob O'Neill. Man, punch a retweet there. Give him a little extra spice. Rob O'Neill's a homie. I've met Rob O'Neill. He's a good dude. Rob O'Neill was part of the old Navy. You know, that Navy your grandfather might have been a part of. The one that fought to kill bad guys and to rid the world of protect American interests all over the world. And, you know, those guys. Pearl Harbor kind of guys. Not the new Navy. The new Navy is about wearing dresses and makeup. My father would have been appalled, but then he was in the Navy that won wars and didn't run ships into each other. Sebastian Gorka saying, this is what Putin and Xi think about the U.S. Navy's new drag queen recruiter. Yeah, I do wonder. I do indeed wonder. Maybe it's all a psyop, you know? Maybe it's all a psyop. We're denigrating and degrading our American military and fighting force. Every single passing moment is a new insult to these people, and that's supposed to make us look weak, right? And when we're trying to entice China and Russia to go to war with us, but that would be too smart. That would be too smart. Somebody who has also served in the Navy, Ronnie Jackson, now he's serving in Congress. Why is the military using drag queen to recruit? What on earth would be persuaded to join after this? Biden's 666 woke agenda for our military needs to end now. Yep, retweet that too. All right. I mean, when you're losing the people who killed bin Laden, you have a major issue. And that didn't happen. That didn't happen too long ago. Again, I do wonder if, maybe it's a psyop. But these people aren't smart enough for this. Maybe it's a psyop, right? To make them think that they can invade America. Then we beat them. But I don't think so. I don't think we're smart enough. Very sad. what's extra sad about this is that the people who are in charge of our military, Lloyd Austin and Mark Milley, were asked directly about drag queen events on military bases in Congress by the great Matt Gaetz not too long ago, like a couple weeks ago. It didn't go great for them. It went like this.
I guess my question is, how much taxpayer money should go to fund drag queen story hours on military bases?
You know, drag queen story hours is not something that the department funds.
Well, wait a second. That's actually not what the record seems to suggest. You were going to fund one at Ramstein Air Force Base. That one got canceled, but that's DOD insignia. That's a drag queen story hour for children. Then also at Malmstrom Air Force Base outside of Great Falls, Montana, you had a drag queen story hour for kids. At the Joint Base Langley Eustis, you put on a drag queen story hour on a Saturday for the first ever kid-friendly diversity, equity, inclusion summer festival. And at Nellis Air Force Base, you had the Drag You Nellis on June 17th. Who funded these things, Mr. Secretary?
Listen, drag shows are not something that the Department of Defense supports or funds. So.
But wait, why are they happening on military bases? I just showed you the evidence. Why are they happening?
I will say again, this is not something that we support or fund.
Well, so you think hosting a drag queen story hour on a military base isn't supporting the drag queen story hour?
I stand by what I just said.
But you may stand by it, but it's belied by the evidence over and over again. Are you aware of the piece, Biden's military, Air Force Base in Montana holds drag show, drag queen story hour for kids in the Western Journal? Are you aware of that?
Again, I will say what I said before.
You're saying what you're saying, but I guess it just doesn't comport with the facts. General Milley, this will be my last time to question you. You mentioned 2 years ago that you wanted to better understand white rage. And so my question is this. Did you read this book?
No, not at all.
It is What is White Privilege is the book, and it's actually written by a DOD official, a senior official in diversity, equity, and inclusion, and there are now hundreds of these books in dozens of schools, and I wonder if you guys connect this to your problems with recruiting.
I've never read it, never seen it. Frankly, I don't even think about that stuff. I think about
go ahead and put up the next slide.
About the readiness of the force.
Go ahead and put up the next slide, please. Okay, well, in the next slide, this is a tweet by one of your employees in charge of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and it's patently racist. They say that she had to give Karen the business, that she talks about caudacity, presumably of Caucasian people. So I guess
terrible.
Why does the well, why is that person?
You're not
so
getting
low?
an argument from me. That's terrible. It's wrong. She shouldn't be doing that. Period.
Should she be fired?
I don't. That's a DOD employee, not U.S. military uniform.
Should they be fired, Secretary Austin?
Again, as you heard in your subcommittee here, this incident was investigated, and
they're still employed. Mr. Chairman, I have a series of unanimous consent requests since my time has expired.
Without objection.
First is Joint Base Langley Eustis holds drag show at kid-friendly festival. And the next is U.S. military defends drag show at largest training center as, quote, essential to morale. And the next is Nellis Air Force Base hosts first ever drag queen show, essential to morale and readiness. That's a Breitbart piece. And finally, Ramstein cancels library's drag queen story time for Pride Month following criticism.
Without objection, so ordered. Gentleman's time's expired.
Can I get copies of those? Because I'd like to take a look at those myself, actually. Take a look and find out what actually is going on there. Because that's the first I'm hearing about that kind of stuff. I don't read those news stories. I don't know what you're talking about. I'd like to take a look at those because I don't agree with those.
Well, they're now in the official record.
Shouldn't be happening. Period.
Thank you. Thank you for that admission.
Great.
I would like to point out, Chairman, that our students in Dodea schools scored the highest on the 8th graders and 4th graders scored the highest in math and reading in the country. So I want to thank all of our Dodea professionals who made that possible.